Honourable Member for Ottawa South.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Colvin is doing his duty, but the government is continuing its pitiful smear campaign. In a long time ago, in a faraway galaxy, the minister doesn't see any torture. The Prime Minister has proclaimed himself a judge of the situation. When will we hear the truth? The Conservative shredder is causing these problems. The Honourable Minister of Transport.
This government has been incredibly transparent with respect to the mission in Afghanistan. This Prime Minister made a sincere commitment in the election campaign to allow parliamentarians themselves to vote on whether troops should be deployed abroad or whether extension should be given. We've had 2 votes in this place. The government has been very transparent. We have provided information to Parliament through quarterly reports that have been provided, thousands of documents on both federal court and the MPCC relating to the issue of the transfer of Taliban prisoners. Mr. Speaker, this matter of Taliban prisoner transfers have been raised and questions have been answered in this House numerous times, but we must deal with facts, not with hearsay, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable
Member for Ottawa South.
Mr. Speaker, a public inquiry, not a court of Star Chamber, is the only way for the truth to surface. The government may think this is about protecting itself, but it's not. We owe a public inquiry to our troops, to our diplomats, to our development workers, to our partners, and we owe it to Canadians. What exactly happened here? Who received and read copies of the reports? How many times did the government publicly deny there was a problem? It goes on and on. While our troops are fighting, Mr. Speaker, for openness and transparency in Afghanistan, why is the government undermining those very values here at home?
The Honourable Minister of Transport.
Speaker, this government has showed an unprecedented commitment to our troops. It was General Rick Hillier who called the Liberals' time in power with respect to the service of men and women in uniform a decade of darkness. And we have done a lot to turn that around. I think it is very important to be very clear, Mr. Speaker, that no one, not even Mr. Colvin, have made any suggestion or presented one shred of evidence that Canadian soldiers mistreated Taliban prisoners. Any insinuation, it would be tremendously important to underline that that is not the case. Let me be very clear that these stories are about Afghan allegations against other Afghans, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Rosemont.